This episode is sponsored by CuriosityStream and Nebula, where you can watch these videos 1 week early and without ads, plus thousands of great documentaries for just $15 a year. Search Monopoly and you'll find a torrent of hatred, bordering on revulsion, as every board game geek and his mother compete for who despises this game the most. Everyone's played it, and yet everyone seems to hate it. Ew, that's Ameritrash. I only play RPG tile-laying collectible redstone biome games. Has anyone else heard of this one called Catan? But recall the lessons we've learned so far on this channel. 1. Even the majority of people can be wrong. 2. Botanists are big dumb idiots. And most importantly, 3. I'm always right. I love Monopoly. I love it because it's so predictable. Every game is exactly the same. I either get lucky by landing on one of these properties and immediately start buying hotels, or trade every last dime and inch of dignity to get them. Don't worry, I'm not gonna buy houses. Why would you ever think I'm after the literal goal and name of the game? Nah, I just like the color orange. I trade lavish amounts of money to complete my set. It'll all end up back in my hands anyway. The rest is just board game theater, acting out the motions as if we didn't know exactly who would win on turn 15. My goal is to drag things out as long as humanely possible. My best friend lands on New York Avenue? Oh no, that's awful. How about you just hand over everything you own and we'll act like it never happened? My dear, kind-hearted grandma runs out of assets to surrender? No problem. In the name of compassion, I offer a generous 400% interest payday loan, letting her sink further into an inescapable hole of debt, knowing there's zero chance of redemption and yet refusing to allow surrender. I'll offer anything, a few bucks, a useless property or two, whatever, just to give them some false hope and grant myself a few more minutes of their suffering. The joy of this game is being granted the social license to play the Gilded Age rent-seeking rich Uncle Pennybags, sucking the life out of your friends and family for 90 glorious minutes. Along the way, you learn valuable lessons, like capitalism sure is fun when you're on top, and poor people are a means to an end until they no longer serve your own financial goals. If things aren't going your way, you can always play the role of Carl Fredricksen by refusing to trade the critical third property in someone else's set, holding hostage all fun from every other player. In Monopoly, the outcome is almost entirely decided by luck, and yet there's enough abstraction that you, by which I mean I, as the winner, can claim superior skill. Some may call me a board game psychopath. Personally, I prefer the term winner. But let's face it, there can only be one winner, and statistically speaking, you are not that person. Which makes you that other thing. That's okay. The world needs NPCs like you so the rest of us can have fun. There's a time and a task for everyone, and yours are constantly and losing. And for all you, let's say first non-winners, Monopoly is a game of suffering. Endless, inevitable, excruciating suffering. But it doesn't have to be. Frankly, non-stop winning is exhausting, which is why I'll share with you a secret. There's a pretty good chance you're not actually playing by the official rules. Because no one ever really bothers reading them, the rules most of us play by are handed down, corrupted at every generation by peacekeeping parents whose first priority is domestic harmony, not game mechanics. We've all come to believe that free parking gives money because doing so gives every player a chance, or more specifically, helps mom and dad minimize fighting. Hasbro never bothers correcting us because somewhere along the way it took the game's capitalist mantra way too far, foregoing all game design in favor of endless branded reskins, which parents who themselves don't play the game buy for their children. Monopoly Fortnite, Monopoly Longest Game Ever, Monopoly Sore Losers, Monopoly Millennials. They're poor, XD, the list goes on. When the company does manage to create something half-playable, it usually has literally nothing in common with the original game, like the actually fun Monopoly deal. So what are these official rules that make the game so much better? Rule number 1 is free parking is just free parking, not free money. That's called socialism, and this is not that. By creating a free parking money pile instead of paying the bank, all you're really doing is slowing down the game, only delaying the still inevitable outcome. Rule number 2 is that if a player chooses not to buy a property, it immediately goes up for auction, and all players can participate. Now every property is guaranteed to be bought the first time it's landed on. Sets are accumulated quicker, houses and hotels bought sooner, and the game ends faster. It also increases the interaction between players, something Monopoly is desperately in need of. Next, properties can be bought right away. There's no need to go around the board once first, and landing on Go doesn't double your passing Go salary. Rule 6 is rents can be collected even in jail, because even criminals can get rich in capitalism. And finally, when a player loses, his or her assets are surrendered to the person who bankrupted them. The rich get richer. Follow these official rules and suddenly your games will go a whole lot faster. Now, Monopoly is still Monopoly, but at least you'll skip that hour-long grind in the middle where you're just waiting for the game to end. And if you're still not having fun, I'll leave you with one final bonus rule. Just stop being poor. You're welcome. Now, if you can't win Monopoly, at least you can get a great deal on Nebula. You can watch all these videos 1 week before YouTube and without ads, along with thousands of great documentaries on CuriosityStream, while helping support creators do new and exciting things, like launching this channel, all for just $15 a year. Nebula is like the expansion pack for YouTube. It's the streaming site I created along with other channels like Wendover Productions, Real Engineering, and Real Life Lore to give you the very best viewing experience. There's no algorithm or annoying ads, just hours and hours of the videos you love. Sign up with the link in the description and you'll get an email with access to Nebula.